Do you know why we all love Shakespeare? Because it makes us believe that we are bigger than fear. We say, well, I would do that. I would sacrifice my life if my love was so exact. But we're lying. Because we are a fake culture. We spy on the weak like vultures. We claim to care, but only really dare to air our opinion if it's popular. We say, our government is so corrupted. We have to choose between these two? My vote is inconsequential. Yeah, that's what happens when there's 500,000 elected officials, but you only vote when it's presidential. But wait, I'm at the dinner table, so for lack of offense, I must keep my voice confidential. How's the weather? See, small talk has become the elected barrier. We're scared to share. Meaningful conversation is built like a fair. Enjoy a little while, but you better take it down because we can't stay there. Under the moon perspective gallops into the fall because life is a nightmare. I wrote wake up to free you of the night terror. We don't walk in anyone's shoes anymore. At 15, she holds an AR-15 and a Bible in her hand. American flag in the background to represent the freedom land. Well, that's a nationalist celebrating her democracy. Yet here's where the world sees hypocrisy. Give her a tan, replace the Bible with the Quran, an AK-47 in her hand, a flag with Arabic writing to support her land. Suddenly we change the word nationalist for terrorist. That's wrong. You see, the only real threat to democracy is hypocrisy. When the majority tear down the minority because of their so-called threat of instability. With a national debt crisis, government that seems mindless, and a culture that prefers a pyramid that is eyeless, I pray to God that there aren't drones now that we no longer hold the world's police license. And before I take any heat for this, I want to be clear that as a teacher, I'm not trying to instill any beliefs. I just think it's a crime to not look in the mirror critically. Nobody who was educated was never wrong. Yet like children, we play pretend, and that won't last long. Businesses advertise their donations to charity, but ask about their tax advantage for clarity. Even worse, you can't blame them. Look into history and you'll see that since Mr. Ford, corporations were required by law to ignore morality. When he tried to help the people, the court required he make money. It was the best interests of the stockholders that mattered, not the public. Let that be known publicly. But you see, you wouldn't really know any of this. Because when you meet someone new, it's rude to talk about business and politics. We go out to eat just to be on our phones. Get married to people with the exact view as our own. Get divorced with them because their views have grown. We have to change. We have to be willing to challenge ourselves and question each other because ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance is what got us here. Ignorance is what made us believe we are bigger than fear. Ignorance is why we love Shakespeare. Romeo and Juliet died in tragedy. Ignorance was why they killed themselves so passionately.